Hi
Okay.
there.
And I'm hitting the go live button. We are going live on
Hi,
the video.
friends. Hello. Hi, everybody's.
Hey, welcome.
See, Michael Johnson is getting ready to do some spelunking.
No, that's just his personality shining through.
Oh, that's what it is. Hello, lovely Kim K. Wow, all these great people. Hi, everybody.
Welcome, everyone. We're super glad that you are here tonight. Yay. And then
Hi,
we're going to give a shout
Brad.
out. We are live over on the Facebook or the YouTube as well. Normally I'm a Facebook person, but we'll say hi to our folks, anybody that's checking in over on.
Hi, Carla.
Hello, Carla.
Let's see, I believe we are live. Good.
Yes, we are. We're doing that.
Yeah, we'll just start in just a minute. We'll give folks a chance to settle in. There's always a couple who are a minute or two late, so we'll just give them a moment. Nice to see people, though.
As usual, the chat is available for your use this evening, so feel free to put all of your heckling into the chat, particularly if it's directed at Mr. Hirsch.
I can take it. Do your worst.
And the same on our YouTube too. That is for you to use. Any questions in there, we do have people monitoring both, so we'll be able to get questions as they come up.
All right, well, I think we can probably get started. So I'm going to ask all you lovely people, maybe turn off your cameras and your microphones and sit back and enjoy the state of SBMT. As Sarah mentioned, if you have any questions or things, feel free to go ahead and put it in the chat. We love to hear it, and we'll cover it either as we go along or at the end. Sound good, lovely people? All right. Hello, Rachel. Hello,
Yes, it
Jeffrey.
And too, Michael and Dallas will be monitoring that chat too, and can turn people off and on if they needed.
So first off, welcome. It is May 18th, 2021, just past 7:30, and this is the state of SBMT. South Bay Musical Theater Board of Directors is presenting this to you, as well as our illustrious Executive Director, Sarah Dean. Our agenda for the evening: board elections, a recap of the past year. We're going to do some special recognitions from the last year. We will go over the financials of the company, and then we thought we would do a little season announcement. And so I want to thank all of you for joining us this evening, and I'm so glad that you could be here. Board elections, first topic of the night. If you are attending the SBMT season, kind of state of the season, state of SBMT's season announcement, you're probably someone who's into theater and wants to see high quality theater continue in the Bay Area. And I would encourage you, if you're someone who's fired up about live theater returning to the Bay Area, would you consider donating your time towards a worthy endeavor? We are inclusive, diverse, passionate group of theater makers who we're going to change the world through our shows. And that's what we do. And so if you're someone who would like to join us in that purpose, please consider joining our board of directors. We have elections coming up in a few weeks. And if you are interested, there will be an email that will go out to you if you're one of our email subscribers. And you can also go to our website, and on our board of directors page, feel free to send an email to any one of our directors who would be happy to go over what the responsibilities are. Though they've been a little different this last year, it should look a little bit more like it used to in the coming year. and just kind of give you an overview about who we are and what we're doing. So please do consider it. And now I'm going to hand it over to our Executive Director, Sarah Dean.
Thanks so much, Michael. Yay, being on the board of directors is the best, right? Right?
It is.
It is the most fun. Yes, it is a recap of the 2020-2021 season. Really, the best thing is that I only had to say 2020-2021 just a few times this year. So that's a mouthful. And I was very grateful that that didn't happen very often. But 1 year ago, it was May 19th that it was the official launch of the official announcement of the East Studio and the cancellation of our 2020, or the readjustment, I will say that, the adjustment of our 2020-2021 season. And what a kind of a wild ride it has been, but very incredibly rewarding. We are thrilled to have made so many different connections with people across the world, and across the Bay and across the country. So it's been super fun. We are scheduled out through June, and we'll be announcing the June programs in just a few days here. But those are set. And when we finish June, we might have to throw an extra one in there just to hit that magic 100 number. But we will have been 99 different programs. Our programs have had over 170 volunteers, and we're super grateful. There's so many familiar names on this call who have volunteered their time to help with our production, all of our programs at the East Studio. And while they may look very effortless to put on, there's a lot of care and attention and detail that go into the background. And so we are super grateful. I'm looking at our people in the Zoom right now and can see props designers and performers and lecturers. So we're grateful that all of the effort that you put in. One of the stats here is over 20,000 virtual connections, and that is how many times our programs have then been accessed. So they're all on the YouTube, or most of them are on the YouTube channel, unless there's rights issues. And from there, those connections are just building on top of one and sharing across all different platforms. The Facebook eStudio has been a great way to keep in touch with all of our friends. And hi, everybody out on YouTube. Thank you. Give us a like and a subscribe. Yay. I think as we've kind of looked back and reflected on the past year, truly it has been about keeping our audiences, as exactly we intended, engaged, enriched, and enlightened. That was the point of the eStudio, and I'm so very proud of all of the effort. Doug Hughes is our marketing director, and I'm looking at these beautiful programs, and I know, talk about an unsung hero. He has kept the balls rolling on all of the design elements, and this truly has been an effort of the entire community. So thank you. I'm humbled and grateful. Oh, heart full.
That was wonderful, Sarah. Thank you so much. If you've been a part of eStudio over the last year as a participant, either as someone who has performed or participated in some of the panels or came and see the programs or worked behind the scenes, thank you so much for keeping this community connected. I'd like to bring up Sharon Peng if she is here. Hello, Sharon.
Hi.
Sharon is one of our newest board members who joined last year, and is co-chair of our Community Inclusivity and Accountability Committee here at SBMT. And I'm going to ask Sharon if she wouldn't mind taking us through some of the fantastic work that the team has been doing over the last year.
Sure. This is a new committee, I believe, that I'm co-chairing with Kevin, and who is also another board member. And the part of it is that I got to join the board because of commitments that the board made to diversify in order to better reflect our community. So several board members decided to step down or not run for re-election and instead tap BIMPOP candidates one of which was me. And thank you to the community for voting me on. So our current board membership is now 50% BIMPOC, up from 10% in 2019, 2020. And so we're looking to reach more community members in the next coming year. So drop your hat in if you're put your name in the hat if you want to join us. Also, a large part of this is community outreach. Like Sarah said, we've had incredible success with the Studio, and part of that is engaging an EDI consultant, Vin Nguyen, as well as just having more conscientiousness of our membership, which inherently comes with diversifying our board membership, right? And then part of that is reviewing our past behaviors, and then making new commitments to update our company standards and become actively anti-racist, right? Because it's no longer enough to be not racist. We have to be anti-racist. Thank you for the question, Walter. BIMPOC is Black, Indigenous, mixed, or multiracial, and POC, which is people of colors, persons of color. Very important to include the M part of that, because mixed or multiracial people are also marginalized, you know, people who are not enough of each culture, but there are enough of people. And then a part of that is also deeply reviewing our proposed programming. So our committee reviews scripts. We look at the wording of audition notices. So you'll notice that over the year we've updated the standards of how we refer to people in order to make sure we come across that we are inclusive and of all people's caste, genders, orientation, and then also really putting emphasis on the education part of it, right? Because it's not only enough that we make these commitments, but we also create change in society and uplift everyone around us. Questions? Next slide. Part of this is creating standards as we go forward. So our standards for inclusivity and respectful representation, engaging in dramaturgy and culture and consulting, intentional casting and staffing practices, selective programming, consciousness of equity and representation, providing resources and education for audiences and artists, creating related programming on Istio to enrich live programming. So these are all things we've made notes of to carry on into the future, which really is just an extension of what we've been doing in eStudio. For better or for worse, eStudio has allowed us to experiment with a lot of things. And I know a lot of theaters are saying, oh, you know, we can't move beyond traditional theater, and you really can. It's super possible to create art with respect and dignity for all. So it's being very careful about what stories we tell or how we tell the stories that we do decide to tell, right? Basically a summation of everything that I said before in these bullet points. And we can see that our efforts are working, because in every show we've reached new audiences. We, like Sarah said, it's all over the world. But then how do we ultimately, we're still a community theater, right? And we are reaching audiences here and all over the Bay Area. And it's always interesting to me because we talk about San Francisco shows and people go up for San Francisco shows, and now people are coming down to us. And we're really seeing that because every show, every reader's theater, we're finding new talent, and they're coming back and they're bringing their friends and their communities. And it's been really amazing to see everything grow. And I can see it just in our committee. Kevin and I have been getting more members, part of our community inclusivity and accountability committee, because they are new people that decided to come in and they said, hey, what you've been doing has been working and I want to be part of it. I want to be growing growing your work. So it's been really, really amazing.
Perfect, Sharon. Thank you. Sharon and that committee has been fundamental in part of how we are re-evaluating and restructuring the company. And so thank you for all the work that that group has done this year.
I'm going to echo that just real quick. We have a wonderful committee of fabulous volunteers, and I'm not going to name them all because I'll forget one and then I'll feel guilty. But massive props to that group who have really been hardworking, dedicated, and incredibly passionate, holding up our core values.
And we thought with the return to live theater, we hope coming up soon here, we thought we would give out a special shout out to Ed Hunter. He is a current South Bay Musical Theater Board member and has put in close to 100 hours this year working with the city to produce plans to upgrade all of the theatrical lighting in the theater. This is a major investment by the city into the theater we call home, the Saratoga Civic Auditorium, and is going to be absolutely fantastic for us for the future. And so I just want to give a quick shout out to Ed and a thank you for all the work that you've put into making that happen. It's going to make us look great. And if there's anything an actor always wants to make friends with the lighting people, because they can make you look good or bad. So thank you. And now I believe we are moving on to our season special recognition. So we have several different recognitions that we'd like to do from the last year. And our different board members are going to announce each of these. And I believe we're starting with Ed, who is already there. Hello, Ed. We were just talking about you.
And here I am.
Oh, well, magic.
Yes.
Take it away, sir.
I prefer to think of it as the magic of theater, except with Zoom. So I want to start off by presenting the Howard Miller Bless Your Heart Award. This is for an individual who fosters a sense of love and family in our organization. And the award recipient this year is Kama Baloney. Kama is very important to us as an organization. Over the past several years, Kama has volunteered as SBMT's communications assistant. She's been invaluable in providing administrative support to Sarah and the development team. This past season, she helped with thank yous to our donors and eStudio participants. And Kama had appeared on stage as Gooch in Mame and in the ensemble of Bridges in Madison County. And she brings her open heart and joyous spirit to every project, and we are grateful. Kama has been awarded the Howie Miller Bless Your Heart Bear, created by Elsie Cook of Cook's Curious Crafts. Applause.
Thank you, Ed. And boy, I hope we can get a picture of it. It looks lovely. We'd love to show it. So thank you for all you've done. I enjoyed my little handwritten note when I got it. So, thank you, Ed. Our next special recognition. Hi, Dan.
Hi, everyone. So I'm going to present the Fred Hassett Award. This is an award that's not always given out every year, but it is we choose to give it out when we find an individual who has contributed the most to the growth of the group. So without further ado, the recipient of the Fred Hassett Award this year is going to Kathy Switke. And she's been involved for over 2 decades with South Bay Musical Theater, usually found performing within the orchestra, and a fierce competitor in the orchestra green room battles. There are food baking competitions that happen in the green room during performances, and so she's an avid baker. This past year, she's joined the development team, and she's been a driving force in our success. In previous years, she participated in rewriting the bylaws for SBMT and participates very regularly in making the year-end donation drives happen. She makes our community feel welcomed and valued. And now it's our turn to say thank you. So thank you, Kathy.
Thank you, Dan, for that. Great job, Kathy. And I love to see all of the comments flying through in the chat. So if you're on YouTube and can't see it, there's a lot of thank yous and congratulations and such. Thank you so much.